Hello everyone, welcome to the live class. Very good morning, Uttarakhand Almora. And guys, today we are having a session in which we are going to discuss the important properties of Dirac Delta function. So I hope that this session will be helpful for all of you. Before starting the session, just please let me know, is the voice clear and properly audible? Okay, that's very good. Let's start the discussion then. So guys, here we are going to talk about the important properties of Dirac Delta function. As we all know that Dirac Delta function is a topic from which we can expect the questions in our upcoming exams. Clear? It's like a very important topic, and also sometimes what happen, this is not the topic from which we expect like a single question only from this topic. No, sometimes what happen, you get the question which is going to be related to this topic as well as some other topic. Okay, so it can be a kind of mixture of two topics, the type of questions which you will expect from this one. Clear? So that's why it become important for all of us to know about this thing, that what are the properties of Dirac Delta function, how it works, and how it will give us the output corresponding to any particular situation. Okay, so that's why guys, we are going to do the discussion about the Dirac Delta function in today's session. Now I'm going to start the discussion about Dirac Delta function, but at any point of time, if you will have any doubt or something will not get clear to you, you can just tell me about it, okay? And I will try to clear all those things to you. Clear? So you can just comment about that at the same time wherever you will have any doubt or something will not get clear to you. Let's talk about it. See, what exactly is the Dirac Delta function? So guys, here we can define it in a very simple manner. Okay, just it is having a different name, but it's functioning, and what is the expression corresponding to it? It's like so simple. Clear? So what exactly is the Dirac Delta function? It is a function. If I'm saying that this is the Dirac Delta function I'm talking about just now. Clear? So how I can define it? So guys, any such kind of function which will be defined, that means which will have the value 0, clear, or which will get vanish at, if you are going to equate this term with 0, what you will get? X is equal to a. So if at x is equal to not equal to a, clear, then its value will be 0. But if you will consider x is equal to a, in that case, at that particular point, its value will be infinity. Clear? So if you are having any function of this kind, which is like having the value 0 at all other places in the space except this particular point, clear, then this kind of function is known as the Dirac Delta function. Clear? So this is the basic definition of Dirac Delta function. You can see how we denote it. We denote it with the symbol del. Clear? And if you are going to have Dirac Delta function of this kind, which is del x minus a, then it will give you the value 0 for all other values except x is equal to a. Except at x is equal to a, it will have the value 0. But when x will be equal to a, then its value will be infinity. Clear? So that's how it works, and that's how it gives us the value corresponding to the particular point. Clear? Like here we have taken x is equal to a. Now if I'm going to talk about the other property, so as we are defining this Dirac Delta function, along with this we can also consider one more property of the Dirac Delta function, that is integration from minus infinity to plus infinity. That means if you are going to integrate it over the whole space, clear? So that's going to be minus infinity to plus infinity, and the Dirac Delta function is del x minus a. Okay, then what value you will get for this integration? Are you having any idea about it? If yes, you can even mention that in the comments. Uttarakhand Almora, once we will discuss like the complete important points, then we will also use these points or the formulae or properties of Dirac Delta function in the questions as well. Okay, so let me know that are you having any idea if you are going to solve this integration for any given Dirac Delta function, then what value you will get? Very good, that's going to be 1. Clear? So it will always give you the value equal to 1 if you are going to solve it with this integration over the whole space. Clear? Next, if I am going to talk about the other property, clear? Let's talk about them, which we generally need to use in the questions. So let's consider these properties. So it was just the definition of Dirac Delta function, how it will give us some value. Okay, if we are going to integrate it from one particular point to another, then what value we will get. So that's the discussion till now we have done. Next, if I'm going to talk about the other property of the Dirac Delta function, that is integration from minus infinity to plus infinity, okay, fx del x minus a dx, that will be equal to fa. Function's value at this point, which you are getting after equating it with 0, clear? If you will equate it with 0, what you will get? You will get x is equal to a. Clear? So at this point, if you will write the function's value, this is how you are getting the answer for this kind of integration. But guys, generally what happens, if you are just going to focus on this property, it's not a complete property. Clear? Here we also need to do some modifications. We just need to consider more points. For example, this is like integration limits can be from like minus infinity to plus infinity. But if I am taking it from, let's say, 0 to 3, clear? And here is some function of x present, and here I am writing del x minus 4, clear? That's gx equal to, can you please let me know if you are going to use this rule, or you know the rule exactly what is the rule, what value you will get for this second integration question. This is a kind of question. I will also consider more, but right now, since I just want to clear this property to all of you, so this is just one general question now. If you know, please let me know what will be the answer for this question of Dirac Delta function. Okay, one answer is there. Very good, Uttarakhand Almora. Fx can be any function of x, Renu. So it can be like, I can say it can be x square minus 2, it can be x cube plus 3x, or it can be even the sine or cos or anything. Okay, so that's how you may have any function of x. That's not going to affect this property. Clear? But right now, if it is the general case, then what value you will get? Do you know about that? तो उत्तराखंड अल्मोड़ा हम उसको कंसीडर करते, ठीक है, कि वो हमारी लिमिट्स में प्रेजेंट है, तो हम उसको कंसीडर करेंगे. अगर वो नहीं है, सी गाइस, if I'm going to talk about it, you just need to equate it with 0 first, as we have done in this case. So when you will equate it with 0, that's going to be x minus 4 is equal to 0. Clear? So you will get x is equal to 4 from here. After this, what will happen? You need to check whether x is equal to 4 is existing within these limits or not. That means between 0 to 3. Is the 4 existing between this region or between these 2 points? No. Clear? 4 will be somewhere here, which is not existing within this region. Okay? That's why the answer will be 0. Then this property you will not apply. You can directly say that it is going to be equal to 0. Clear? So that's how you are going to consider it, and that's how it is going to give you the value. Clear? Now, next thing. उत्तराखंड अल्मोड़ा बेसिकली अनडिफाइंड कब होता है? देखिए, अगर हम डिराक डेल्टा फंक्शन को उस पॉइंट पर फाइंड करें, ठीक है, अब आपने इसको रिलेट कर रहे हैं, जैसे कि यहाँ पर भी तो मैंने क्या लिया, x इज इक्वल टू 4 लिया, ठीक है, डिराक डेल्टा फंक्शन के लिए तो वही पॉइंट है ना, x इज इक्वल टू 4, जिसको हम a कह रहे थे यहाँ पर. तो वैसे देखा जाए तो डिराक डेल्टा फंक्शन इन्फिनिटी होना चाहिए. क्लियर? इट्स नॉट रिलेटेड टू लिमिट्स. दैट्स द प्रॉपर्टी हाउ इट वर्क्स. क्लियर? हाँ, नहीं, इन्फिनिटी नहीं होगा. क्लियर? नाउ इन दिस केस गाइज यू कैन सी that x is equal to 4 is not existing within the limits. That's why the answer will be 0. So you have to be careful about this thing whenever you are getting any question of this kind. This is the general property, but you can see the limits of integration which we consider in this case are minus infinity to plus infinity. So we are just talking very smartly for the first property, that we are considering the complete whole space. Okay, but in the second case, as I have given you just few range, few limits or few values, so you have to be careful there that okay, whether the value of x which I am getting from this expression is lying within these range, okay, or not. If yes, then you will use exactly same property. If no, you will directly say it's going to be equal to 0. Okay, I hope guys it will be clear to everyone. We will also do more questions, but let's talk about more properties first. And if you will have any doubt at any point, you can just mention it here and I will consider that. Clear? Next, if I'm going to talk about more property, okay, so that's going to be the next one, which is integration from minus infinity to plus infinity fx del dash, this is the first order derivative, x minus a dx. Clear? If the derivatives of the Dirac delta function are given to us, it can be not just first order, it can be more order as well. Then what will be the case and what will be the formula which we can consider or which we can use when we are going to solve the questions? Are you having any idea about it? If yes, you can let me know. If no, I will let you know. That's very good, Mayank. So let me know guys, is this clear now? And do you know about the property which you can use in this kind of situation? See, when I'm saying fx, fx can be any function of x. Clear? It can be x square plus 2, it can be x plus 2, it can be any function of x. Okay, so there is nothing like this key, just fx should be only this much or only this function. No, it is just a function of x. Clear? Now let me know if you know the property corresponding to this expression. Are you having any idea about it? If yes, just mention it in the comments. Clear? So guys, let me just tell you about that. See, according to this one, whenever the derivative of the Dirac delta function will be given to you, it's going to have the value minus f dash a. Clear? We are writing a there as a function, like for the function, but this time we will take the derivative of the function as well. Clear? Very good, Mayank. Now it's going to be minus f dash a. But as I have told you that it is not necessary that only the first order derivative will be present here. It can even be the more order derivative. Instead of just first order, it can be second order, third order, fourth order. Clear? Then what we will do? Clear? So for that, I am going to tell you a general formula which you can use easily. Clear? Whenever any order derivative will be present there. So the general formula is integration from minus infinity to plus infinity fx del n x minus a. N is just representing the order of the derivative here. Clear? N is representing the order of the derivative. So this is going to be like this. Minus 1 to the power n, clear, dn dx to the power n fx, and at the end just put the value of x as a, which you are getting from this. Clear? That's how you can easily just find it in any case, okay, or whatever order derivative will be given to you. Clear? So now even if you will relate this general formula is this one this time. With the above condition I have mentioned, where I have just taken the first order derivative, so you will be able to relate it easily that yes, minus 1 to the power 1, that's first order derivative in this case, was giving us minus 1. So due to which minus was present here. Next, dn, that means d1 upon dx1, that will give us f dash. Okay, and its value at x is equal to a, that was f dash a. Clear? So that's how we were getting it, and that's how second case is the general case. Anytime if you are having any order derivative of the Dirac Delta function given to you, you can use it very easily. Okay, and guys, as I've told you, like Dirac Delta function based questions in the GATE exam, I can say that you may expect the direct questions from this topic. Clear? Direct, that means based on just the properties of Dirac Delta function. But if I will talk about the NET exam or even in the GATE, there is also a possibility that you may get the questions based on Dirac Delta function, which will be as a mixture of two topics. Clear? One topic will be Dirac Delta and the other one can be Fourier, Laplace and like some other topic. So they give you the presence of Dirac Delta function there. So firstly you need to use the property of Dirac Delta function, and any student who will be familiar with the properties, it will be very easy for him or her to solve that question. Clear? So the question will be easy, but it is necessary there that you should be familiar with the properties of Dirac Delta function. Okay, now still if you are having any doubt or if you want to ask anything, just please let me know about it. Okay, and I will try to clear that point. Another thing, if I'm going to talk about more properties, they are there, I'm going to talk about them. At the end I will take some questions from previous years, some general questions based on properties, so that you all will be able to know about them more clearly. Clear? Is there any doubt anybody is having till now in the discussion which I have done? Both the properties, guys, the initial ones, this one and the previous one, they are very famous and popular, and yeah, you can expect the questions based on these properties. Clear? So they are like most important. Is there any doubt? If yes, please let me know. If no, let's continue. Next property is that Dirac Delta function is an even function. What we mean by even function? Like we all know, cos is an even function. Clear? Why? Because if we replace x with minus x there, we get the same function back. Clear? Now, similarly, Dirac Delta function is an even function. What it means? It means del minus x is equal to del x. That means even in the function del x, when you are putting x is equal to minus x, okay, then also you are getting the same del x expression. Clear? So it is an even function. Dirac Delta function is an even function. Clear? So that's how you can consider Dirac Delta function wherever you will need it. Next thing, if I'm going to talk about it, where it will help us, let's say guys, you have solved any question based on Dirac Delta function and at the end you have got the answer del x minus a. But you are finding that in the options, it is present del a minus x. So is it right? Yes. Because if I will take minus common from here, I will get a minus x. Clear? And you know del minus x is equal to del x. So this is del minus something is equal to del something. Something here is a minus x. So if this is not present in the options, this is present, you will be confident about it if you know this property that yeah, it's correct. I can even select this answer as the correct answer because it is an even function. Okay, so that's how this property will help you in different situations, in different cases. Clear? Or you can even call it symmetric property, which is just we are getting with the help of even function property, but it is having its own name. That's symmetric property. Clear? And why I'm telling you the name, because sometimes they may just mention it in the question that okay, use the symmetric property and just write the final answer. So you should know which one is symmetric, which one is just showing that it is an even function. But basically this result we are getting with the even function property. You can see how. Clear? Now I hope that till this point also it's clear. Very good, Reenu. Clear? Now guys, if you will have any question, anything you want to ask, you can just mention it in the message and I will talk about that. Next, if I am going to talk about the next property of Dirac Delta function, that is, if you are having Dirac Delta function given to you, that is del x, and what is present here within the bracket of this Dirac Delta function is showing as a function of x. Clear? So if I will multiply this Dirac Delta function with this term which is present within the bracket just here, if I will write, it will give us the value 0. Okay, so you should know about it because it will also help you in the simplification process. Clear? Here basically fx is equal to what? That is equal to x. Fx is equal to what? That is x. So whenever you are having x del x present somewhere, you can directly say it is going to be equal to 0. Guys, the properties are very easy and the basic, but the point is once we will be familiar with them, then only we can work on any of the questions based on Dirac Delta function. Clear? So that's something very important. Clear? So x del x will be equal to 0. Similarly, if I will write x minus a del x minus a, again 0. Clear? So that's how you can easily consider or relate it similarly with other expressions, other situations. Clear? But it's like in the similar manner you can write it for other cases as well. If still anybody is having any doubt till this point, you can just let me know about it. And if everything is clear, that's very good. Now next, guys, I hope that you all have made your formula notebooks, because for our net physics exam and also for the gate physics exam, the formula notebook will play a very important role. Clear? So if you have made it, you can even mention the formula whatever we are discussing during our live sessions, clear, in your formula notebook on the same day. Because what will happen when you will note them down on the same day in your formula notebook, it's going to be something. And it's not only about making the formula notebook, you also need to do the revision on the regular basis from that formula notebook. Clear? So note it in your formula notebook, then do the revision continuously. Because what happened, we study so many formulae. Okay, it's not only Dirac Delta function, it's not only contour integration. In different subjects, different topics are there, and corresponding to different topics, many formulae are there. Clear? So it becomes important that we all should try to make a very good command on the formulae. And for that, it's not like this, that if we are just going to study them, just going to get to know about them, we are having a good command. No. Okay, right now you may feel that you are having a good command, but later on after 5 months, 4 months, when you have to just use them in 3 hours, you have to relate all those formulae together, you may find like, yeah, right now I'm not able to recall it more properly. So to avoid that situation, start working on your formula notebook. Clear? Note down the formula in the formula notebook, do the proper and regular revision from it. Because if you will do the regular revision, it will not take too much time for you to revise so many formulae at a time. Okay, so you will just have that habit to do the revision, and it's going to be few minutes task for you to revise even the so many important formulae at a time. Also guys, one more thing, I suggest you 2 things here. That is, one is the formula notebook, another one is practice notebook. Clear? If you have not made them yet, you can make them, because formula notebook in which you will note down not only just the formula, concepts, conditions, tricks, all these things in short you can note down in your like formulae, what you will make them short, like in them you will make short, there is nothing. Clear? So exactly you have to note down. So in the formula notebook, note down the formulae, tricks, and all the important things, important points which you think you forgot. You can make a note there. Clear? But what about the practice notebook? Because we know that for our exam, it is also important to have a good command on the application part. Clear? Application part means that we should know how we are applying a formula in the question. Clear? So for that, you can even make a separate practice notebook in which whatever questions you are solving, just note down those questions there, and after that even you can solve them properly in a very systematic manner, because it will be very much helpful for you. Okay, instead of waiting for last 1 month before the exam, start doing it now. Clear? Because till that point of time you will have a good command on everything. Clear? Let's talk about our next property. Next one. See guys, if I'm going to talk about the next property, let's say you are having Dirac Delta function present like this. It is a constant term a now. Clear? In the earlier cases also a was constant, but right here also a is a constant. So del a into x. If this kind of Dirac Delta function is given to you. Now the basic properties which we have discussed there, what was the case? The case was that x was present alone. Clear? That means no constant term has been multiplied with the x in the different cases. Even if you will observe here, x was having the coefficient 1. And guys, one more very important point here we have got. What is that? That is, the coefficient of x should be what? 1. Okay, if it will not be 1, you will take that constant term common and then you will use the property I am telling you now. Clear? Even here, the coefficient of x should be what? That should be 1. If it will not be 1, you will make it 1 first, and then you will just you can use that property which I am going to share with you now, and then you will apply these properties. You can't apply them when you are having the form. There is a question in previous years, I think in the GATE physics exam, in which they have given something multiplied here. Let's say 4x minus 16. Clear? Can I use this property directly here? Can I use it? I can't. Why? Because the coefficient of x is not 1. So how I will simplify it? I will take 4 common from here. Okay, when I will take 4 common, it will become 4x minus 4. Okay, and rest of the things will remain same. And now I will use the property which I am telling you, that's del ax is equal to 1 upon mod a, del x. Clear? So now you can write 1 upon mod 4, okay, that means this 4, and then del x minus 4. Is that fine? That's how you will work on it. That's how you can easily do or solve the questions. Now this is again going to be a very important point, that the coefficient of x should be 1. If it is not 1, we have to be careful. We have to take these steps and then we will use the properties. Okay. Now, so what is this property? The property is 1 upon mod a del x. And why it is needed? You know that why it is needed, because you can't work on those properties which we have discussed earlier directly until and unless the coefficient of x is 1. Is that clear to everyone? This was again a very important point. See guys, when we got to know when to use, we should also know when not to use it. Clear? So that's a very important thing. Clear? And once you will get to know about it, you can even save yourself with the negative marking. And that's the reason when we can achieve good, but due to the negative marking, sometimes we are going to be responsible for reducing our marks, for less marks. Clear? So is that clear? Everybody has focused on this property? Yes or no? Because it's very important, guys. Okay, and anytime when you will solve the question, you should focus on it. The coefficient of x in both these properties should be 1. Then only you will use them. Clear? Next, if I'm going to talk about the next property, that is this one. Okay, so guys, this is again a very important expression or property, you can say, because based on this you can expect the questions in the exam, and it is again a kind of simplification which we can't do if we don't know the property. Clear? So it becomes important for us to know this property. Okay, and here can be any limits. It can be a1 to a2 or any limits can be given to you. So limit L1 to L2. Clear? Anything. So that's how you can just do it. Clear? And one more thing. The condition corresponding to this property is that A and B both should lie between L1 to L2. Then you can use it. Still there is a property. So as I was saying, instead of knowing, Somnath, is there any doubt? Now, instead of just knowing what is the condition, what is the formula, you should know what is the condition along with that as well. Clear? So once you are getting to know about all this, you are all set. Now you can do any of the questions based on these properties easily and correctly. So is that clear? When A and B will exist between L1 and L2, then you can use it and you can just solve it. Clear? Now L1, L2 can be minus infinity to plus infinity. L1, L2 can be 1 to 4. L1, L2 can be 3 to 10 or any condition. Clear? Or any limits. Now, next. Also guys, if I am going to tell you about the first one, there is also a condition that A should not be equal to 0, because if A will be 0, this will not be something you can consider a constant for which you need to do this. Clear? So for the first property, A should not be equal to 0. Clear? Till this point, if anybody is having any doubt, you can just tell me about it. And if there is no doubt, that's very good. Let's continue the discussion and let's talk about all other properties. Clear? Next. Guys, before continuing the discussion, I'm just going to take a little time to let you know about the Unacademy Plus subscription. Okay, so we'll continue it again, but just allow me a little time for the Unacademy Plus subscription. Clear? See guys, I hope most of you are familiar with it, like how Unacademy Plus subscription can benefit you, can help you, okay, in your preparation. Because here, like, you are attending few hours of live classes, also on some days. Clear? So if you will take the Unacademy Plus subscription, you will be able to attend the well structured and the well planned courses there, okay, and also on the more regular basis, because all the top educators will take the classes there. So on the everyday basis, more hours of live classes will be there on Unacademy Plus if you will take the Unacademy Plus subscription. Also guys, weekly quizzes, doubt clearing sessions, mock tests, PDFs of important notes will also be available to you. Clear? So these are additional benefits you are getting. That is, weekly quizzes will also be there, doubt clearing sessions will be there, mock tests will be there, PDFs of important notes will be available to you. Clear? And anytime if you are having any doubt or difficulty in understanding any point which we have discussed during the live class, you can let educator know about this thing, that okay, this is the point which is not clear to me. Clear? And then the educator will try to clear that point and will let you know that okay, this is how you can just consider it, or will try to clear your doubt basically. Next thing, you can send the message to the educator anytime in the Unacademy Learning app. So that means you will be in contact with the educators directly. You can ask your questions there. Okay. Somnath, are you asking for the Unacademy Plus subscription? Now, next, if I'm going to talk about the next one, that's recordings of the live classes will be available to you. Clear? Now, after taking the Plus subscription, let's say if there is any course which is going on and you have missed some of the classes, clear? Or any day you are not able to attend the live class, or even if you have attended the class, so recordings will be available to you, okay, in all the cases. Okay, if you have taken the subscription, recordings will be available to you and you can watch them anytime. So if you have missed the class, then also you will be able to watch it. If you want to watch it again, you can also watch it again. Clear? That okay, something was not clear to me, I want to see the recordings once. So it will be available to you. You can watch the recordings anytime. Yes, Somnath, I'm going to tell you about the courses, okay, which are just going to start in January or which have just started in January. So these are the courses you can see, clear, which have just recently started, or some of the courses will start. So that's going to be capsule course on physics with practice questions. Clear? Then complete course on core topics of physics for June 2020, crash course on physics with previous year questions, Excel for physical sciences for June 2020. Next, complete course on physical sciences, clear, and these are by all the top educators. Even you will get more courses, clear. You can just check them in the learning app also, that what are the other courses going on. Also guys, for the part A preparation, you will have the separate courses there. So you will also be able to prepare for the part A when you will take the Unacademy Plus subscription. You will be able to attend the part A courses as well. Now next, complete course on electronics and thermodynamics, course on advanced level quantum mechanics, complete course on classical and mathematical physics, capsule course on differential equations. So you can see even for different subjects, complete courses are going on. Or like you can see, this is a course, complete course on core topics of physics, for which I take the class. Okay, crash course on previous year questions, there also I take the class. Clear. Excel course, in there, this course 3 different educators take the class for different subjects. So you can see, and for these other courses different educators take the classes. Clear. So in this course, if I am going to provide you the information, Somnath, there what I am going to do, I will discuss all the subjects which are there in our physical science syllabus. But how I will discuss them? I will take or consider the important topics or important points from all the subjects in this course, which will give you a clear idea that okay, this is what you need to prepare. This is on what topic you need to make a good command. Okay, so this is a course for which I will take the classes for all the subjects. Okay, and I think in this course, which is also named as the complete course on physical sciences, because it is the course for which the other educator will take the class. So I think in this also you may get most of the subjects. Clear. And the other courses are also going on. Clear. Now guys, in this case, whenever you will take the subscription, you can even use the referral code. That's going to be AnjaliALive, as it has been mentioned here. You need to write it as it is. Okay, and apply it and get the 10% discount in the total subscription amount. Or even you can use the referral code Anjali Arora. Whichever you find convenient, you find okay, you can use any one of them. Both are working. When you will write them, when you will apply them, you will get the 10% discount at the same time. Clear? So you can apply any one of them and get the 10% discount in the total subscription amount. Now, if I'm going to talk about this thing, that what will be the steps you need to follow to take the subscription. So guys, you can see, when you will download the Unacademy learning app, your first step will be download the Unacademy learning app. After downloading the app, log into the app. Okay, after this you will get, like, either you have to select the goal for CSIR net exam will be CSIR UGC net. After selecting that goal, you just need to click on like 3 lines which you will get on the left hand side corner like this. Click on these 3 lines. When you will click on these 3 lines, then you will get plus written there. Click on plus and then click on get subscription. Okay, then follow the further steps. And as I've shown you the different subscription amounts for different duration. Clear? So these are the subscription amounts as per today. Clear? When we are having this class. Okay, now guys, there is one more thing. If you will compare the subscription amounts for different duration, you can see here that 6 months, 12 months, 24 months. Okay, you will find that is very less in comparison to the offline coachings. Okay, and you don't even need to just go somewhere. You don't need to live somewhere else. Wherever you are right now, you just need an internet connection, and that's how you can access the classes anytime as per your convenience. If you are not able to attend live class, you can watch the recordings anytime later on. Clear? So guys, this is how the things will work, and this is how the online classes provides you more benefits. Okay, and also as per your convenience. Okay, in the offline classes, what happened? If we miss something, if we miss any class, that will not be there again in the exactly same manner. But here, if you are going to miss something, you will get the recordings. You can cover up each and everything. Clear? So that's like going to be a kind of very good benefit which you get with the Unacademy Plus subscription. And guys, other benefit I have already told you, that use the referral code and all these benefits, that when you are taking the subscription, you are having the choices as well. That if you are not finding that what one educator is teaching you, there are many top educators, so you can even attend the live class by the other one. So you are having the choice. Clear? So guys, now the thing is, whenever you will take the subscription, you can use the referral code either AnjaliALive, as you can see I've mentioned it here, or you can use Anjali Arora. Clear? Any one of them, just write them, apply them. At the same time, you will get the 10% discount in the total subscription amount. Clear? Still, if you will have any doubt or any query, you want to ask anything, you can even send me the message in the Unacademy learning app. Okay, just by searching my name Anjali Arora there, you will get my profile, and from there you can send me the message. Clear? Now let's continue the discussion about our topic which we were discussing. So guys, before this we have discussed this property. Okay, so now what is our next property? Let's talk about that, because that's again a very important property and we all should know. Clear? So what is that one? The next property is a kind of different expression. Okay, and it is, if you are having del x square minus a square, this kind of form given to you. Okay, you can easily write it like del x minus a plus del x plus a upon 2 mod a. Clear? This is in general, if this kind of expression is given to you somewhere, you can just convert this expression, or you can write it in the form as I have written it here. Clear? So that's again going to be very simple for you. Clear? Next, if I'm going to talk about the other property, the general ones we have discussed, that was integration from a to b, fx dx, okay, not fx, del x dx is equal to what? 1, which I have already told you when I was defining the Dirac Delta function. Okay, it was here. See? Clear? Now, next thing, if I'm going to provide you the information about the next important property, that is related to, if you want to find the Fourier transform or the Laplace transform of Dirac Delta function, and if you know the exact formula of Fourier and Laplace transform, you can even find it directly. Okay, but if you don't know, you want to know direct expression or the formula, then what you will do, I will just tell you that thing. Okay, so guys, here before talking about that, I'm going to tell you one more expression, that is if you are having del x del dash x, okay, x del dash x given to you, you can even write it minus del x. Clear? If you are having x square del dash x given to you, that will give you 0. If you are having x square del double dash x given to you, second order derivative, you will get 2 del x. Clear? So again, these are the important properties and we all should know about them. Clear? Next, if you are having any doubt till this point, you can just tell me about it, and if everything is clear, that's good. If I am going to tell you the Laplace transform of Dirac Delta function, which is of this kind, del x minus a. Clear? What will be the Laplace transform of this Dirac Delta function? It will be e to the power minus s a. Clear? This is the Dirac Delta function's Laplace transform, which we can directly write in this form. Clear? And next, if I am going to talk about the Fourier transform of Dirac Delta function, the expression is for Fourier transform of del x, it is 1 upon 2 pi. Clear? if I'm going to talk about this thing, that every time will it be just 1 upon 2 pi? No. Because when we write the Fourier transform, we take some coefficient there, clear, in that expression. Sometimes we consider it like the 2 pi, or sometimes we consider it like root 2 pi, clear. So in that case, what happen, if in any book or the question is considering that coefficient as 1 upon root 2 pi, it can be 1 upon root 2 pi which you will get. So don't get confused whether it's 1 upon 2 pi only or 1 upon root 2 pi. It can be any one which will be correct, but just any one of them. Clear? So it will either consider 1 upon 2 pi or it will consider 1 upon root 2 pi. The question should only give you one expression. Clear? It will not show you both, because then you may get confused which one I should consider correct. Okay? By chance, if both are there, you can prefer the first one. Clear? But I think both should not be there. Okay? It depends, like sometimes we just consider 1 upon 2 pi as the coefficient, or we just consider 1 upon root 2 pi. Clear? Next, let's discuss some of the questions based on the Dirac Delta function, because till now we have considered, I think, almost all the properties which we need to know from the Dirac Delta function. Okay, so guys, next, here are few questions from previous years. Let's solve them. One is from GATE 2015 exam. So the question is, integration from 0 to 3 t square del 3t minus 6 dt is dash. It was NAD type question, so you need to write the answer up to 1 decimal place. Just try it once and let me know once you will get the answer, which one is correct according to you. Also guys, after this live session we are having another live session which will start at 10 a.m. okay, and schedule for that, those live classes are like this. See, and also after today, here also we will have the live session on 15th January, clear, at 8:30 a.m. on this YouTube channel, that is Unacademy Live CSIR UGC net. We will have our next live session here at 8:30 a.m. on 15th January, clear. So on these dates we will have the live sessions here as well at 8:30, and these special classes on Unacademy, these are free special classes. You just need to do the free registration, okay, and you can attend them. So after this class today on 10th January at 10 a.m. we are having the classical mechanics session on Unacademy. So if you want to attend this special class, you can, okay, you just need to do a free registration for that, and that you can do from the Unacademy learning app, okay, just by following the same steps I have told you for taking the subscription. When you will follow those steps, there you will get like the special class category. You don't need to go to till last step. Just after clicking on plus, you will get a special classes category in CSIR UGC net, clear. There you can check this class and you can just do the free registration and attend it today at 10 a.m. clear. And also on these dates we will have the live sessions here. So tomorrow is no live session here, okay, for which I will take the classes, no, okay. I will take next live session here at 8:30 a.m. on 15th January, then 16th, then 17th, then 20th, 21st, 22nd at 8:30 a.m. here, clear. And at 10 a.m. On the Unacademy, that's for special class. Very good Sumitra, very good Reenu. Guys, 2 answers I have received till now. What about others? Did you get the answer? let's talk about it. See, first of all guys, we will use the properties of Dirac Delta function here. But how we will use the properties? We have to be careful about that. See, you can see here the coefficient of this term is 3. Whether it should be 1, before we are going to use the property, we have to make it 1. So let's do that. I can take 3 common to make it 1. Clear? After this, what will happen next? Very good, Santosh. You can see this constant term is present here. So I can use the property that is del ax is equal to 1 upon mod a del x. Clear? So when I will use this property, what I will get? I'm just going to write it here. I will get integration 0 to 3 t square and del 3 into something. 1 upon 3 because mod 3. So just 3 I can write positive. Then del t minus 2 dt. This property which we have already discussed, I am just using it. Next, 1 upon 3 is a constant. Let's take it outside. Now, next thing, rest expression which we are having here is t square del t minus 2 dt. Now guys, here if you will just equate this term with 0, you will get t is equal to 2. Is this t is equal to 2 existing within the given limits? Yes, it will lie between 0 to 3. So yeah, we are going to use our property for this case. What is our property? Property says that you can directly write the value of the function at that point. What is the function here? That's t square. Okay, so that's going to be 2 square because a value is 2 here. So it's 2 square, which will be 4 upon 3, which means 3 ones are 3 and 3 threes are 9. Because we just want to get it or 1 decimal places or up to 1 decimal place. So it's going to be 1.3, which will be our final answer. Okay, so you can say it was so easy, but still if there is any doubt anybody is having, you can just tell me about it. I will consider that and we'll talk about it. You just need to have a good command on the properties, and that's how you will be able to solve any question based on Dirac Delta function. If still there is any doubt guys, you can just tell me about it. Next question is we are having here that is related to TIFR exam. But what is this question? Let me just tell you. It is from TIFR 2013 exam. The question is and these questions just provide us the idea that how they can ask us to find something related to or what can be the form given to us, okay, related to Dirac Delta function. So we need to observe the type of question to get the ideas. Get the answer for this one. Options are -1, 0, 1 by pi and -1 by pi. Once you will get the answer, you can let me know which one is correct according to you. And just by using the properties I have discussed with you, you can solve it very easily. Clear? So just try it and let me know once you will get the answer. You all know about this property, okay, and you also know about this thing that you can either write a minus x or x minus a. Okay, so this is the property we are going to use here, and it doesn't matter I have written del x minus a firstly or x plus a, because it's just added together. Clear? So it isn't going to affect our answer. Next, just use the first property I've discussed with you. That will give you cos minus pi plus cos pi. You know cos is an even function. Yes. So cos minus theta is also equal to cos theta. That means we are going to get 2 cos pi upon 2 pi. Clear? Cos pi is minus 1. So what we will get? 2 minus 1 upon pi, because cos pi is minus 1. So which option is correct? Option D is correct. Clear? And you can see it was so easy. Clear? But if anybody will just got worried about this thing that okay, it's lengthy question, it is looking like a big question, but it's not actually big. Okay, guys, are you getting option C as correct answer or option D as correct? Let me know, because cos pi is minus 1. So according to your option, because I can see 2 answers are option C from your side. So if you want to make the changes there, please let me know. Very good, Sumitra. D. And be careful about this thing. You can see, guys, both of you have given the option C as the correct answer. Clear? So you have to be careful there, that whether it's due to just the sign, due to the trigonometric function, or for whatever reason you have made it option C. Just be careful about that next time whenever you will solve that kind of question. I hope it will help you. Clear? Very good, Renu. Clear? So guys, you can see what kind of questions you can expect in the exam. So Omnath, let me know, according to you, option C is correct or option D? Guys, if you want me to make any modifications or changes, you can even tell me that. Clear? I think option D. Clear? That's good. And you can see all the steps I have taken here, and that's how you need to solve it. And that's how you are reaching to the final answer. Very good, Somnath. So guys, this was the discussion about the Dirac Delta function. Okay, and it was like most of the properties which you all should know related to Dirac Delta function we have covered here in today's session. One more thing, most of the sessions which we'll have, like upcoming sessions on this channel, okay, in January or in upcoming days, that's going to be 15th January, 16th, 17th. So I'm going to discuss most of the important topics of mathematical physics separately. Like you can see, today I have talked about contour, that Dirac Delta function. Before today's session, I have taken 5 sessions for contour integration to let you know about each and everything related to contour integration. If you have missed those 5 sessions, you can even watch the recordings of them, because they are available on this channel, or even you can check the playlist. Okay, in the playlist also you will get like the sessions I have conducted named as Physical Sciences with Anjali Arora. Okay, so you can even check that in the playlist or directly in the video section. Very good, Santosh. Now guys, next live class on this channel at 8:30 a.m. in the morning, clear, on 15th January, and after that on 16th, on 17th. So on these dates, live classes we will have here on this YouTube channel, that is Unacademy Live, CSIR UGC net at 8:30 a.m. And on these dates same, we are having the special classes at 10 a.m. on, you can say the special classes on Unacademy. Clear? So guys, don't miss any of the classes. I hope that if you will attend these classes, they will surely help you in your preparation. Also guys, if you are thinking to take the Unacademy Plus subscription, you can, and attend the live classes of all these courses, then all the ongoing courses, upcoming courses as well. Okay, and if you are someone who is planning for June 2020 CSIR net exam, as in terms of the amount, subscription amount, you can even do the comparison for 3 months, 6 months and 12 months amounts, and what you are paying for. Like if you will find the 1 month, then what is going to be the difference, you can observe it, and then after that you can easily decide that which one will be better for you. Okay, and after this guys, whenever you will take the subscription, you can use the referral code either AnjaliALive, या तो आप ये यूज़ कर सकते हैं, और जो भी रेफरल कोड आप यूज़ करें उसको अप्लाई ज़रूर कीजिएगा, क्योंकि उससे आपको उसी टाइम 10% का डिस्काउंट मिलेगा टोटल सब्सक्रिप्शन अमाउंट में, ठीक है. सो अंजलि ए लाइव और अंजलि अरोरा, clear, no space in between. In this only A is capital, all other alphabets are in a small, apply it when you will write it. Or in this A is capital, then this A is capital, L is capital. So you need to be careful about this thing, that you should write the referral code as it is. Clear? Now guys, when you will take the subscription, you will get all these benefits. Okay, and after taking the subscription, you will be able to attend the live classes by all the top educators we are having on Unacademy Plus for your exam preparation. So guys, I hope that each and everything which I have discussed with you in this session is clear to you, and try to make a good command on all these formulae and the properties which we have discussed. If still you will have any doubt, you can let me know about it, and we will do the discussion about those points. Now our next class, that is a special class today, will start at 10 a.m. Okay, so if you want to join it, you can even join that special class. Okay, you just need to do a free registration for that. Clear? That's just, you need to click on one thing, and that's going to be the registration. Clear? It's not like a kind of form, no. Clear? So guys, thank you very much for joining this session, and here we will have our next live class on 15th January at 8:30 a.m. Thank you very much everyone for joining this session.